How's it going, everybody? Today I'm going to be dropping in on one of my lessons with a guy named Bruce who was really struggling with getting his weight shifted forward. He was hanging back on the ball and causing him to just hit a bunch of duffs and just losing power. So I'm going to jump into the lesson here. I did have some audio and video issues on this lesson, so I'm going to be cutting back in and just giving you an update on what we're talking about. But you'll see his demonstration here and the progress he's made on stopping on hanging back and actually getting through the ball and compressing it. So if that's something that you're dealing with, watch this video and see how I taught him, and you can see the progress he's already made in the video. So let's jump into it. How's it going, everybody? This is Tom. Today I'm working with Bruce here, and we've been working on weight shift. So as I've been giving Bruce lessons, I've noticed that one of his tendencies was to kind of lean back. A couple drills. And the first drill that I showed you kind of worked, right? It was the, okay, so the first thing I tried with Bruce was actually a drill where you get set up and you drop your trail foot back. Now what this is going to force you to do is to make sure that you're not leaning back, because as soon as you do, you're going to fall over. So I had him standing back like this and just trying to hit a little half shot to try to really compress the ball and keep that weight forward. Now, you can see in the video, Bruce is a big guy, and it was a little bit tough for him to keep his balance on that. So we went and tried another approach. So let's get back into that. So the second drill that I showed him, which is a great drill, and it really worked for him to get the feeling, is getting set up in your normal stance. Then you take your lead foot and bring it back. In my case, it's my left foot. And then what you do is you bring it back to the top, and then right as you start your transition down, you step. And I told him to get the feeling of stepping on an egg, and you're crushing the egg. So you're set up, bring it back, step, and hit that ball. And this really, really made a drastic change for him, because he was, before we did this drill, his weight distribution using our force plates, he was coming back and he'd hang back here at about 70% of his weight on his right foot, 30% on the front, which is good. That's where you want to be. But then when he came down into impact, he'd almost go to like 75 on his back foot and 25 on his front, because he was leaning back into it. We went from there to, as you can see in the video here, he was consistently coming down. He'd start his shift here. By the time his hands were halfway down, about 50-50, which is good. And then at impact, he was consistently getting to about 60% on his front foot, 40% on his back foot. So he was really shifting that weight through. And then the last thing I'm working with him on is his staying down on that through contact and continuing the transition, because he will get to almost 90% on his front foot, but it kind of like he halts in the middle. He'll get to 60-40, and then he almost kind of falls back a little bit, natural tendency that he used to have, and then he'll follow through. So if that's something that you're struggling with, really try this drill. The step drill is a great drill to just kind of get that feeling of bringing your weight forward and finishing over that lead foot. Now, once you do that drill a couple times, you take that drill out of there and just get that same feeling, set up normal, and then just come back and through. And as you can see in the video here, we did that with Bruce, and he really made some great progress today in our lesson. So hopefully these couple tips that helped him will also help you next time you're practicing and then when you're playing on the course. All right? So thanks for watching. Once again, this is Tom for my Tuesday tip. Hopefully everybody has a good week, and I'll see you next Tuesday with another one.